Hello everybody, and welcome to my first Let's Play. First one I'm taking seriously anyway. My name is Tyler, or Beeblebastard if you prefer, and I thought for my first Let's Play we'll start with something that's one of my favorite games of all time. Thief Gold, or Thief the Dark Project, if you prefer the original name. This baby came out in '98 and was made by Looking Glass Studios, which is now defunct. There were at least a handful of people from Looking Glass Studios, I believe, that went on to become quite successful later on, probably most notably Ted Levine, who was one of the primary creators of the project here. Probably best know him as the creator of the System Shock and the BioShock series that are really huge today. So this game is the first in a series, and for some people, for other fans of the series, Thief is kind of one of those series that has a lot of die-hard fans for it, just because of the story and how immersive it is, and it was really quite unique at the time, because it was, stealth games had existed to some extent before this game came out, but there was something about the immersion that the player has in this. It's first person, it's played like a first-person shooter, but you're not really, you can attempt to go around killing everything that's there, but you're going to have a bad time if you really try to do it like that. This is more about stealth and finding loot and just kind of enjoying the environment and the story, which is told through which we're going to see is told through several different forms. You'll hear conversations, you'll see cutscenes. There's a lot of reading in this, which I really want to go into before we start. Since this game, especially the story with it, is heavily reliant on the literature that you find and reading everything you find, I'm actually going to pause and I'm going to try to read everything that we can, as long as it's not too lengthy. So forewarning there, if you're not too much into that, feel free to skip past those sections. But, excuse me, yeah, other than that, let's sit back and enjoy the intro cutscene. love that stuff. You like all the poetry and the, you know, the crazy wording and everything. Just the way that opens there it's just fucking beautiful. And then if you talk to anybody, any of my childhood friends that knew me around the time when I discovered this game, and there are actually a couple of them here on YouTube. Their channel is Crash Test Gamers. Be sure to check them out if you ever have some time. They do, from what I understand, live streams for multiplayer games, the Star Wars Battlefront mainly. But anyways, anybody who knew me, you know, during this time, this game was an obsession for me. I was just completely in love with it, and my love for it has not waned. And real quick, before we start, I swear I'm going to shut the hell up, and we're going to get to playing here in just a second. But one of the main reasons I'm doing this Let's Play is because I feel that you know, about, what was it, 3 years ago now, Eidos Montreal and Square Enix, the companies that made the very successful Deus Ex, Human Revolution, and Mankind Divided games, made a remake of the Thief series. And while the thing is with that game, I felt that it had a lot of potential. But the thing is, Thief is very heavily reliant on the story, and that they fucked that up bad. And really, I don't know if it was necessarily that anybody you know, meant to like fuck it up like that. From what I understand, the production process got very convoluted, and it just didn't turn out, and it kind of felt like they kind of had to half-ass the whole thing, like, just to put the product out. But I feel that anybody who had played that game that was not a Thief fan before it, you know, if you liked it, then good, but you know, if not, you know, I'm not surprised, and that might turn you off to just actually how awesome this series really was. And the thing is, nowadays, a lot of people, and I completely understand it, but people, you know, they're very into graphics, so it gets, you know, people are kind of scared to go back and play a game like this that came out in '98 and try it out. So, you know, I figure, okay, if you don't want to spend the cash, you don't want to play it, fine. Consider watching it and experiencing it that way. That said, I will now shut the hell up, and we're going to start the game. We're going to be playing on Expert, of course, because really for the full experience, you need to be playing on Expert. It's the hardest, but it's also the most complete.
I was a kid. No parents, no home. Running messages and picking pockets to keep my ribs from meeting my spine. One night I saw a man. Folks just passed him by like he wasn't there. I thought he must have something valuable, so I snuck up on him and made a grab.
That's not for you.
Please, sir, I'm hungry. Don't tell the Hammers, I promise.
What is your name, boy?
Garrett.
You have talent, lad.
Let go of me, old man!
To see a keeper is not an easy thing, especially one who does not wish to be seen. We have a need for those as gifted as yourself. If you've grown tired of how you live, then follow me, and we will show you a different way.
Leave me alone!
As you wish.
I caught up with him just before he vanished into the crowd. It was the beginning of a very long education.
Okay, and so just for the purposes of completion, we're going to play through the training mission real fast, and I'm going to try to blitz through it as fast as I can, but there is actually an Easter egg here. to show you, so there is kind of a bigger reason to play this, and there is also, not that it matters too much, but there is a little bit of loot at the end of this, so I guess, you know, therein even more purposes for completion. But we're going to get through this as fast as we can. It's not too long.
Welcome, young Garrett. In the nearby rooms, I will instruct you in the various skills you will need to survive. Please stay in the entrance area to each room while I explain the room's purpose. When you are ready to begin your lessons, proceed down this hallway to the first room.
Oh yeah, so I forgot to mention...
You must learn how to move unseen. Stay in the shadows. Avoid the light. The indicator on your screen will tell you how visible you are. Try to reach the top of the platform without being seen.
Well done. I did not see you approach.
Open this door to continue. When the door is near the center of your screen, it will light up, indicating that it is selected.
Sorry,
to manipulate
it's hard to
selected
talk with
doors
this
and other
dude
objects, use
yapping
them. Now you must
constantly.
learn to move quietly. Some surfaces are louder than others when walked upon, and moving quickly makes more noise than moving slowly.
Very good.
Listen to your own
did not hear you
footsteps to
traverse
hear
the
how
room.
much noise you are making. The instructor will have his back turned. You must get to the top of the platform without being heard.
Okay, y'all
Beyond
hear,
this door is a hallway that will lead you to your next task.
y'all hear what he said? Okay, great. Awesome.
Now get your weapons.
I'm just, you
To
know
pick
what?
up objects, select
Fucker's
them
gonna
by
be
centering them
interrupting me
on screen
5
until they light
seconds.
up. Then use them. Choose your weapon now. Try readying your sword, and then your bow. You can always put them away again if you need your hands free. Now let's go out to the courtyard for
Shots
some target
gotten
practice.
rusty.
Ready your bow. Knock an arrow and draw back the string by holding down the attack button. Make sure you draw all the way back, or your shot will not have full power. Take aim, and when you are ready to shoot, release your attack. See if you can hit one of these targets. Good shot. Keep practicing if you wish. When you are ready to proceed, approach the training dummy and ready your sword. Swing at the target with the attack button. A quick tap will give you a slash.
Pretty
Move
simple,
the tip
eh?
of your sword
Yeah.
to the left of the target for a left slash, and to the right of the target
let
for a
me
right
see
slash.
here.
Hold the attack button down, then release for an overhead swing.
Alright, so
Try
this
both
will be
slashes
where
and the
that
overhead
Easter
swing
egg is
on the
that I
practice
was telling
dummy.
you about. If I
Good job.
do
You're ready
this
for a live
right,
opponent.
So hang on.
To practice against your partner, enter the hubbled sparring area.
Okay, we're still not done.
Well done. Keep sparring if you wish. When you are done, leave the sparring area. That's enough sparring for today.
Okay.
Please walk over to the table. Would you care for some refreshment
All right.
before we move on, young Garrett?
Now, if you run
Please
past
pick up
this guy
all of the
and he
items
moves
on this
slow
table.
enough, it's pretty easy to do. You got to grab that key, and you come back here, and here's an Easter egg. Would you look at that? The fucking keepers play basketball. It's the secret basketball court. Oh. And much like my skills in RL, I cannot play basketball worth a shit. Oh. Anyways, back here is a bedroll. But if you pick it up, it's just different quotes from the Dark Team. Now I'll read through most stuff in the game, but I won't read through this. But I'll go through each page, and if you wish to read it, feel free to pause and check it out on your own. These are basically just quotes from the different programmers, story writers, and other people who made the game that were working for Looking Glass at the time. Thief 2 also has something like this that's a bit more difficult to get. And you get that actually in the last mission of Thief 2, which we are also going to play through. Yeah. Flip through all the pages here. That way, if you all want to see it, you got the option. Okay. So that's all of that. That's really the main reason I played through this, was just to kind of show you that. Okay. Oh yeah,
Cycle through your inventory to see the
damn it.
objects you have in your pockets. Once an object is displayed, you may use it. Have something to eat if you wish. Then you may proceed. The next test is waiting on the other side of the metal door. Good. Now head down this hallway to get to your next test.
So you might notice if you play the original Thief that the graphics have been slightly enhanced for this one.
Now you will learn new movement skills. First, climb the rope by jumping onto it. Move while looking up or down to climb up or down the rope. Turn to change your facing. If you jump again, you will release the rope. Now climb the rope to get to the top of the platform. Well done. Run and jump across the gap to the other side of the stream. Good jump. This obstacle
The
is
keepers
easy
were
to
training
climb
me to be
if you
one of
know how.
them.
First, move
But
close
I
to the
found
wall.
And
other
there's that
uses
little
for
piece
Jump
of
to grab
loot
the edge
at
of the wall
end that
and
we
pull
can
yourself
grab as
up.
well.
Good job. I am most pleased with your progress.
Okay, as I was trying to say, you may notice that the graphics are a little bit better than they were in the original Thief Gold. That is because I am playing on an FM mod for the game, a fan mission mod. Somebody touched up the graphics a little bit, and it actually looks better than Thief 2 did. And Thief 2 really had it still used the Dark Engine, just like Thief Gold did, and later System Shock 2 would also use the Dark Engine, which is being used here. But this one is very highly touched up, and it looks a lot better than even Thief 2 does. So that'll also kind of be a cool add to the experience here. That said, I'm going to cut the video here, and I will see you all for the first mission in the next video.